when you say open office plan, you're in an extreme open office plan, meaning there is no space divider between employees. Is it more of a bench like a picnic table of application, or is it a low panel workstation environment that you currently have?
No. So what we have is I would say it's a picnic table. It's not a picnic table. It's a set of desks. But those desks are basically literally next to each other like a picnic table. So basically it's rows of individual desks like right next to each other. And there's no separation or noise insulation actually. So that's what I have now. That's what we had at Google. At Google it was a bit of a hybrid where there were semi-cubicles mainly within the sales floor to try to block a bit of sound, but they were basically kind of, I would say you have a large open space next to the windows, and then you break it into, let's say, 3 or 4 areas where you're going to fit about, let's say, 6 desks. Those desks tend to be kind of around, almost in a circle, not necessarily like picnic tables. And that area has separators to try to absorb some of the noise. So there was a lot of noise absorption materials, but it's not. The wall is basically, if you stand up, you are definitely above that wall. So it's purely for sound shielding. But you are still in a pod. That's what they call a pod. So basically a set of about 6 to 8 desks that are really next to each other, almost in a semicircle. And then there's another pod and there's another pod. The reason to organize this in pods was also to have a bit of a stronger delineation of this is this team with this manager. This is another team. This is another team. The environment we have now is purely kind of all open, kind of picnic table style, and there's no clear distinction of where finance ends and where sales ends and where marketing ends. There's no clear delineation. They are in different areas of the floor together, but nothing indicates this is marketing, nothing indicates this is finance, this is something else. That's interesting.
So
that's interesting change, let's say.
Yeah, that absolutely is. So is the prime mode of work in this space cross-functional teamwork, project-based work?
Yes, it is. The primary mode is that. I think part of the issue is, as a startup, we are growing. You are trying to grow fast, and you are trying to absorb that growth. And that growth, to be fair, you don't know where the next hire is going to be. So you are constantly kind of trying to reconfigure the space and fit desks close to people. But I find that we move a lot to try to rebalance the use of the space. And then if somebody's joining with marketing, I have, for instance, my team joining sales operations. I have some people that are closer to finance, some people closer to sales. I just have to improvise because there's just not enough desks. The environment is not set in a way that is like, this is one team, this is another team, this is another team. We kind of we get people joining and we find a desk where we can find a desk. And then we try to reassemble so that people can sit next to their team as much as possible, but there's no clear space delineated for this is the team. And I think that talks about the environment of a startup that is now growing and trying to figure out what the next hire is going to come and where you're going to sit them. While at Google, the environment was a little more stable already. We had, actually, I saw this switching from the time when we have basically maybe a new team and we were trying to grow and we were not exactly sure where they were going to sit, and then kind of a more open space where we would just find a desk for them. to a space where